Welcome to the First Time Facilitator podcast. Whether you're a first-time facilitator or a seasoned pro, listen in for tips and tricks to make a bigger impact at the next workshop you deliver. And now, your host,
she's never broken a bone,
Leanne Hughes.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 37. I'm your host, Leanne Hughes, and I'm here to help you create workshops and presentations that kill. Now, if you're new to the show, I do that by interviewing great facilitators from around the world to really find out what they do, what practical strategies they implement, what struggles they faced in their career, and how they've overcome those. I then share those conversations with you on the show. But from time to time, I also break out a solo episode to share some of my thoughts from the angle of a first-time facilitator. Now, this week's episode is a bit unusual. It's a lot shorter than the others, and it's really an announcement episode. For a while, like more than, 6 weeks, I've promised to launch a Facebook group for the first-time facilitator audience, or really anyone that wants to become a better facilitator, trainer, or workshop content developer. It took me a long time not to set it up, and that only took about 10 minutes, but I'm launching it now as I've had just 2 massive gigs I've been emceeing in October, which have included just a ton of late nights, a lot of prep work, and a speaker retreat. And that combined with full-time work is a little bit difficult to manage. So I thought launching it on Monday, the 22nd of October will work, as it's after all these big life events are over and I can focus on building up the group and sharing and collaborating with all of you on there. Okay, so the Facebook group is called the Flipchart, like the name of the email newsletter, and you can find it at facebook.com/groups/first-time-facilitator. There's also a link to that page in the show notes for this episode, or on your podcast player in the description. There should be a link there as well. And if not, show notes are at firsttimefacilitator.com/episode 37. Look, and you may be thinking to yourself, Leanne, why is the group called the Flipchart and not First Time Facilitator? That's a good question, and one that I thought about a lot. And the reason is that I know many of you are beginning your side hustles or consultancy or small business in this space, and you probably don't want to be perceived or seen to be viewed in a first-time facilitator group. You probably want to be perceived as having lots of experience and having lots of great experience with previous clients. So that's the simple reason. Let's see how this group evolves. Now, the reason I started the group is because as a facilitator, I spend a ton of time scouring the internet, books, YouTube, trying to find like a perfect activity, exercise, game, video or image to support my learning materials and make them as great as possible. Now, I'm sure that there are a few of you out there who are doing the same thing. So I thought, why not make it easier for each other? So the aim of this group, it's a global community for facilitators who want to get better at their craft and also more efficient at developing their workshop content. So in this group and where I'd like to see us going, we share awesome training tips, hacks, and recommendations to help each other with the next workshops that we deliver. Now, I'm not really going to define too much then on what it actually looks like. I guess the purpose is twofold. One, it's really about building a community and connecting you to others that listen to the podcast. Really creating this community where we're bonded because all of us want to get better at presenting and creating incredible content and experiences for the people that attend our workshops. And also, number 2, efficiency. Just sharing excellent articles and tips and activities like I mentioned before, and just to ask the group questions. I'd love to see questions on the page like, I've got to run a 2-minute session on stimulating creative thinking. Does anyone have any ideas? And for people to respond and share what's worked for them. We're all equals on the page, and I think we all have something we can share, things that have particularly worked well for us. And this is just a simple place to share them. Now, I haven't gone too prescriptive on what the page looks like, but to give it a bit of guidance, here are some of the daily hashtags. I like the idea of daily hashtags when I'm members of other groups, as it provides a bit of structure around content. But hey, don't worry if you want to post something that's not related to the daily hashtag. seriously, just go ahead and post it. So here are my ideas of daily hashtags, and happy to get feedback on these. Miss Monday, that's Miscellaneous Monday. Tips Tuesday. Hashtag Wisdom Weds for Wisdom Wednesday. Hashtag Throwback Thursday. So I guess some of those oldie but goodie activities, games, videos that we've used in the past that are still valid and still work really well. Friday is hashtag Fry-yay. Saturday is hashtag Coffee Saturday, because I love nothing better than starting my Saturday with a run and then a nice cup of coffee. And then Sunday is hashtag Sunday Read. So recommendations on excellent books that will help us as first-time facilitators. And of course, at any time, if you want help, just use the hashtag Ask for Help. So I'd love all of you, if you're listening, please just join the group. You might be driving, might be running or walking. Whenever you get a moment that's good for you, just remind yourself to pop onto Facebook and search for the Flipchart. You'll see it in the group section with a picture of me and a yellow background. Or again, visit the show notes or facebook.com/groups/first-time facilitator for the direct link. Okay, like I said, this is a short episode this week. I would love to communicate with you on that Facebook page. So please come along, join, introduce yourself, share your story. And please feel free to invite first-time facilitators to the group. They don't need to be listeners to be a part of it. Okay, thanks to all of you for listening in, and I look forward to speaking with all of you next Monday.